Okay, King of Clubs is a good card to have here. This is a pretty dry, or King of Spades, I'm sorry. This is a pretty dry board, pretty good board for my button open range. I should be well ahead of both of their ranges on this type of board. I do have a backdoor straight draw against two people. I have a bit less fold equity. But I think with my having the King of Spades makes this a c-bet. Okay, against two players, I'm getting a great price here, over 4-1. Almost 5-1, right? I'm closing the action. My hand's not great, but I think it's certainly, I guess like 3-betting actually is a pretty good option there, the offsuit hand. But it might be a little loose against the hijack open. Okay, when this gets checked through, I think it really caps the pre-flop raiser's range a bit. So I think like if I had an ace, I'd probably lead here more than likely. Okay, I think he probably like, what he's basically saying here is he has a hand like kings, queens, jacks, tens, something along those lines. Or just a bad ace, or a weaker ace. I'm not sure what types of aces. Weaker aces, he might be raising maybe like an ace-3, an ace-5 suited or something along those lines as well. He gets a cutoff open, like, I think this hand makes a decent flat behind here on the button. We don't really mind if the blinds come along with a hand like this. Problem with just flatting is you're paying rake, right? I don't know what 3-betting really accomplishes with fours in this spot. I think we like to keep the SPR high with a hand like this. Okay, when he checks here, like I think he's got a lot of Broadway cards and then maybe some underpairs to the ace. I think I don't mind. Well, I guess if he has a balanced check range, like I think maybe we get some visibility by checking back here. was gonna say maybe we stab there. Okay, so now he could be betting like any pocket pair really, any 9x, but also like tons of Broadway cards, which we do get a lot of, like raising would get us a lot of protection. And potentially get him to fold some of those pairs like 7s, 8s, maybe even 10s, I don't know. But also get him to fold just like a ton of equity if he has 2 overs. Okay, and when he does call, I do suspect that he has one of those pocket pairs. Fairly large one, and I think we're just going to elect to try to get him to fold it. I guess there's the potential he does have an ace. Eggs. That could have been spewy, I'm not sure. Okay, here we're going to ISO. I'm gonna go quite large with 3 limpers. Okay, limp calling the button here behind a limper. It's probably like an exceptionally wide range. Flop isn't bad for us. I do think we should, like we do want to get some protection from hands like King Queen. I don't know if King Queen raises pre. I actually don't. I think I like betting small here. Okay, the ace is most likely better for us, but not really for this hand in particular. So I don't mind just checking here. Okay, when he checks back, I think he's really weighted towards Jack X, which I don't think we get to fold with a barrel with a bet here. It's always possible he has a hand like 9-10. I mean, we block 9-10, maybe like 6-7, maybe even just like 8x. 8x would be nice, but hopefully he doesn't bet a jack here. If it's an early position open, we got to be a little bit careful here with hard pair. We do have quite strong hand, but he's uncapped. Okay, when he checks back, I think we have the best hand. Some 85% of the time or something like that. So we will start betting for value. Probably bet 2 streets for value. Okay, it's quite large. I mean, it's an ISO, right? Bunch of fish. Wow. Bunch of fish. There's an off chance that this guy just jams if I flat, which kind of sucks. I would love to be involved in this pot here with all of these fish. But I think that's a good raise size by him. Okay, queens in the button. We are going to ISO. Shorter stack here and 2 full stacks in the blinds. Okay, and interesting, we just get flatted out of the small blind. Pretty interesting. I'm not quite sure what his range looks like. It's probably a lot wider than it should be, would be my guess. This is a very dry board here. Against 2 opponents, we're going to choose a smaller sizing. Well, that's a hand I could consider 3-betting with. But against 3.5x, probably be a bit more selective with my 3-bets. Is that true? It means there's more it means there's more money to win. So like I'm sort of incentivized. I'm incentivized in one aspect, being that there's more money to win. The other aspect being it's quite expensive to 3-bet when he opens 3.5x. I have to make it like 12, or I guess in position there, I can make it, I don't know, 10, 11. This is probably another good candidate for a 3-bet actually. Just sucks that there's so many people behind that can squeeze. Because I do like playing this hand, right? In position. So that's interesting. He checked back and then just insta-folded on the turn stab. This is a board where it's pretty hard for him to have connected. It does have two tones, two spades, but I think betting for protection slash just c-betting quite often. I think I'm c-betting quite often on this board, and I think like ace-3 is plenty good. Get him to fold a ton of hands with a lot of equity against me. Pretty much all of his hands have tons of equity against me. This guy's been opening huge. I guess this is a standard rate size. Oh, fuck. So we get 3-bet here. We get 3-bet really big. From the button, interesting spot. Like, I should be, in theory, I should be 4-bet jamming this hand quite a bit. He did go huge, so there's like some incentive to just jam. But like a cold 3-bet is just super strong. Yeah. This is kind of unique. So I check back the jack. Like he could definitely have some jacks, but I do have the best 10 and he could have like a worse 10 or a club. Okay, I think we're just folding for that size. That might just be a fold there on the turn with that hand. I'm not entirely sure. I can put that one in pile though. Okay, we're gonna be c-betting fairly often on this flop in equilibrium. We do have a backdoor spade draw. This guy has a super short stack, so it's something to be aware of, but I think we're okay to continue with a small size on this flop. Okay, super dry board. We're gonna be betting a ton on this board. And with this hand, definitely gonna bet here. I don't know if we get 3 streets of value with a hand like this on this board. Probably, right? I mean, maybe we aren't gonna be choosing super large sizings. I mean, this board's pretty dry. Like, I don't really mind checking. I think like his 3-bet call range maybe has like king, queen. I don't know, maybe this is a bit weak, but I mean, if I think he's gonna stab turn a bit often, I'd like my check here. I don't need a ton of protection with this hand, right? Okay, up here we flop a gut shot. I wish we had a spade in our hand, but we did open pretty large and there's a bunch of limpers. This board's decent for, wow. Here's a huge sizing by him. I don't think we're ever folding here, but we're gonna see bet this board here. Okay, I suspect this will go check, check, but it's also quite possible that he chose that sizing on a semi-bluff. Okay, when the spade falls, I think we got to slow down a little bit here with our ace king. Okay. What types of hands would he be doing this? Like 3-bet, huge bet on the turn, and then just a jam here on the river. I need to be good about 25% of the time. Like, what kinds of hands could he be bluffing here? It just seems crazy for him to have. Let's see, he could have. I suppose he could turn a lot of hands into a bluff because the spades come in, but I don't know. We're probably like, I just have so many better hands that I can call with there. I think we're 3-betting this hand sometimes. Suited, it's actually probably a little bit, I don't know. Okay, we do flop top pair. We could definitely benefit from some protection. This is a pretty safe board for us. It's two-toned. It's a little bit low, but I don't know how many 2s or 5s are really in his 3-bet calling. Yeah, range. The 10 probably slightly favors him. I don't know. We both have 10s, obviously. I have a 10. Okay, so now like maybe in like ace 4 gets there. I don't know if he's bet calling. Ace 4 suited. So the 3 should be fairly irrelevant. My hand's still not necessarily super strong, so I'm not going to choose a huge sizing here, but I will choose, just over half pot. Okay, so like, what types of hands is he continuing with? I guess flush draws, maybe some 10x, maybe an overpair. There's like sometimes maybe he has jacks here. I mean, in theory, like the 10 should be better for him, but obviously it's better for us here. Maybe I get called by 9s or 8s. We're going to call that a sort of shorter session today. So